What's up, guys? Welcome to an edition of Market Marauders. Beating the market, one trade at a time. If you're new to the channel, Market Marauders is an investment channel where we go over different picks for the week to help you find the best pick for the market, as well as different investment strategies to help you maximize your amount of money when investing in the stock market. So, with that being said, if that's something that interests you, make sure you smash that subscribe button down below, like, comment, and share. And then also at the bottom in the description, there will be some book uh, recommendations. If you're new, old, or beginning trader, veteran trader, I think they're all good books that I recommend that everybody reads. You don't have to read all of them, but just you know some books down below that I think every trader should read that'll help you kind of figure out what trading is all about and point you in the right direction. Now that does help the channel by clicking on that link, so thank you guys for doing that. Now every week I have my top three penny picks. So just look for that on the weekend. If you're new to the channel, I do them every weekend. Well, I upload them every weekend. So with that being said, let's dive into the video. Now today is the 15th of March. It's currently Sunday. Tomorrow the market's going to open. Hopefully, fingers crossed, with all the stuff going on, hopefully the market's going to be open tomorrow. I haven't heard news otherwise that it's not going to be open. But assuming that it is open, we're going to start with our number one pick. So this is ticker sign OPK, which is Opco Health Incorporated. Their moving average 50 is $1.59. Moving average 200 is $1.81, and they ended the week, which was Friday previously, at $1.90. So this company has been real big in the news. They're doing a lot of stuff, and I think this company is gonna have a breakout next week, basically, and for their earnings upcoming, I think they're gonna break out as well because they've been doing a lot of things. There's been a lot of support from the government for this company, and I think their profitability will definitely show that when the earnings comes in next. So bear in mind that depending on when you watch this video, the prices will change. So it is the weekend. So as soon as the market opens on Monday, these prices will be different. So just bear that in mind for you people who are watching this video at a different time. So jumping into OPKO, secondly, I like to say I like to give some background information, like some press releases about the company, because I don't think, just looking at charts and telling you, hey, this chart's going up and I think this chart's going to break out is enough information. I really don't believe that's trading when it comes to, just looking at charts and saying, oh, it's this pattern, so it's going to, break out because, it's a double top or it's a double bottom or whatever trading strategy people tell you from just analyzing charts. I like to get into the information on the company, and I think diving into each company and seeing how they perform and what they do is real investing because you can see what the company does because each stock is different, and it'll help you easier to predict when a company is going to break out and when a company is going to, be positive. And to me, reading charts is just not that, because to me, reading charts is just guessing, in my opinion. Sorry for you guys out there. That's the way you trade. I just think, how are you supposed to know what the company does, what the company sells, what the market, what their competitors are, all that information. How are you supposed to know that by just reading a chart and matching some sort of patterns? Because when it comes to retail trading, which is just your average trader, retail trader, it's definitely a lot more difficult for us because we don't have a team of people working with us like other people do. So the more information you can get about a company, I feel like the more profits you can make as a retail trader, and making more smart, informed decisions. And just reading charts, I don't think constitutes as that. So that being said, that's why I give more information on these companies than just the average. Look at this chart, and this chart is going to go up because I believe it's going to go up because it matches a certain pattern that worked for me in the past. That being said, going into OVKOs, press release. Now, these press releases are all public information. Just go on Google and type in. Um, you can type in OPK press releases, really, and it'll show you the information based um, on Google. And this is on the company's website. So uh, their headline from last week, it says, in partnership with New York State Department of Health, BioReference will provide COVID-19 testing for the first public drive-through testing facility of East Coast. Uh, the test now available for use healthcare provider through the U.S. Elm, this is in New Jersey. OPKO, ticker sign OPK, is now accepting specimens for testing um, from healthcare providers, clinics, and health systems throughout the United States. In addition, BioReference has announced a partnership with New York State Department of Health to provide testing for the first public drive-through testing facility in the East Coast. So there are quite a bit of tests that are going to be done, and the fact that this company is one of the companies that is doing the testing, it's just basically going to show their profitability because it's not just a small thing that's going on. It's going to be a continuous thing. It's going to be hundreds of tests, thousands of tests that are going to be coming through. So, the fact that this company is one of the leading companies in doing that, I think, it'll yield them profitable. And their price currently at $1.90 does not directly reflect the amount of work that they're doing. So, I think it'll help in the long term with their earnings. We'll see definitely a tremendous spike in their earnings. Um, and we want to be ahead of that, when investing. You kind of want to be ahead of the news when it comes to investing. You don't want to invest on something just because, you read an article, but articles usually delay. I mean, the price usually delays articles, in my opinion. So usually articles released, and the price doesn't directly reflect that. So you want to get in before everybody else reads the news or realizes what's going on, and then you can cash out from it going up. That to me is the best way for investing. Also, when thinking about it, you don't want to make too emotional of a decision. So I picked this not just because of it's a trending topic. I picked this because you know they have a long history. They're going to have a long history in the future of profitability because they're involved with government organizations that are helping this cause. So you know, with that being said, I think their price will definitely go up, and you want to get in before their earnings actually comes out because their earnings I think is going to be really positive with all their funding. So that's why I picked them at their current price of 190, and that's why they have one of the picks. So going to my second pick, number two. This one's kind of outside of the box. Sort of pick, but it is Groupon. So ticker sign GRPN. Moving average 50 is $2.25. Moving average 200 is $2.78. And they're currently at 83 cents. So they've gone down pretty low. They've fallen off quite a bit, but I think now is a good time to buy because of all the things they're doing. So the company Groupon, if you're not familiar, they have like coupons for lots of different things for travel. For groceries, for restaurants and all that other stuff, and you may be saying to yourself now, all that stuff's going to be shut down. Why is it a good time to invest into this company? Well, I think it's a good time to invest in this company because when the economy rebounces back, people are going to be looking for more deals. And even now, people are going to be looking for deals with coupons to try to get, the necessity items. So I think this company is definitely overlooked when it comes to that because even though people are going out and buying things at mass, coupons still exist. So a company that specializes in just coupons, I think, will, benefit from that. Now, going to one of their press releases, we can see this came out March 2nd. It says Groupon partners with Reedem, I think that's Reedem, to bring more of the world's top experience to Groupon Marketplace. So basically, they're just trying to get more, different suppliers and grow their network of tickets and, you know, coupons for different events, basically. So they're growing their network of accessibility. So I think that's a good thing for the company, and I think you can see that. Uh, helping them in the long run. Also, I feel like people are going to go on Groupon to look for things for like coupons for like consumer staples or things that people buy, in this time. Uh, I think people are going on Groupon to look for coupons. So, something that's kind of like out of the norm. It's like, kind of overlooked, but I think, this is a pretty good pick. And at the price that they're currently at, I think they're being way undervalued as for what they actually do as a company. Now going into my number three pick, we have ticker sign MOBL. So that's MobileIron. Sorry, I can pronounce that. MobileIron. Yeah. So their moving average 50 is $4.49. Moving average 200 is $5.63. And they ended the week at $3.28. So they've fallen off quite a bit. They're below their moving average 50, moving average 200. But I think what they do as a company is something that people are going to be using when it comes to everybody working from home. Um, I think their company is definitely going to be in demand when it comes to that. Now, going into one of their press releases, it says 42% of IT and security managers say their organizations have been breached as a result of user password compromise, according to the Enterprise Management Association research. Now, this company is basically a software company. Let's go to read this. MobileIron, the company that introduced the industry's first mobile-centric zero-trust platform for the enterprise, today announced the results of a research report that found passwords remain the dominant method of authentication and top cause of data breaches. The report also highlighted that the importance of zero-trust security strategy that provides context-aware conditional access to device the user. MobileIron sponsored the EMA report, Contextual Awareness, Advancing Identity and Access Management to the Next Level Security Effectiveness, to identify the requirement and challenges, value optimal approaches for implementing context-aware identity access management IAM platforms. EMA surveyed 200 IT security managers and looked for a range of IAM technologies. So it says the report reinforced it's time to make passwords a thing of the past before a few key findings. The username slash password continues to be a dominant method of authentication used to access business, devices, apps, and data. The password is still the top attack vector for organizations of all seizures, with 42% respondents indicating their organization. So basically, this company, not to bore you with all the details, basically this company focuses on IT and security, which is something that, if you think about it, people going and working from home. There are a lot of IT departments that are gearing up people to work from home, which is going to take more companies like this to implement security for laptops, mobile devices, all the things that people are going to be using from home while working. Now, this is kind of outside of the box sort of pick, and all my picks aren't outside of the box, by the way. Some of them are like the OPK one are just like relevant topic ones, but this one is just something that people don't really think about when it comes to a lot of people working from home, and who knows how long that's going to actually last. But if it becomes a regular thing, then I think a company like this will be very profitable. So I think they're going to bounce back, in my opinion, and I think moving forward that they're a pretty good pick at this price, seeing how I feel like people panic sold this company just because it was really low. So I think they're undervalued at their current price, and I expect them to go back up pretty soon, in my opinion, once people see what they actually do. Now, thank you guys for staying to the end of the video. For you guys to have, I have a bonus number 4 pick for my penny picks for the week. Going to is ticker sign NOK, Nokia Corporation. Their moving average 50 is $3.94, and their moving average 200 is $4.44. Now, Nokia as a company has been around forever. Everybody knows Nokia. I remember as a kid, I had one of those little Nokia brick phones. Had a flashlight on top of it. Everybody's familiar with Nokia. Yes, the company is still around. They're still producing stuff. They're still producing items. But I feel like people kind of put them on the back burner. But you know, they still have remained consistent as far as actual building products and advancing what their company does. Um, Now let's dive into why I picked them as one of my picks and my bonus pick. This article is one of the press releases. It came out the 13th of March, so it's pretty recent. Nokia Bell Labs world record and innovations in fiber optics to enable faster and higher capacity 5G networks of the future. Now, 5G is something that, was brought up a while ago. People were converting to 5G. Different cities were converting to 5G. But, since everything's going on in the news, 5G is kind of be put on the back burner. Nobody's really talking about it, but it's something that's still being implemented into different cities. So, let's not forget about 5G and all the impact that it's going to have to the world, having fast internet speeds, faster phone service, and, for Nokia to come up with a world record for fastest single carrier bit rate, it's a pretty big deal. So go ahead and read this article, parts of it for you all. Nokia Bell Labs today announced that its researchers have set a world record for the highest single carrier bit rate at 1.52 terabits per second over 80 km of standard single mode fiber, the equivalent of simultaneously streaming 1.5 million YouTube videos. So, I mean, that's crazy. you know, Streaming 1.5 million YouTube videos, at the same time. That's a pretty crazy, bit rate if you think about it. Um, that's like opening opening as many tabs as you can at the same time watching videos. I don't even know like what computer could even access that at the same time, let alone, you know, having something that can have the power to stream that. Um, Finishing this article, which is four times the market's current state of the art, approximately 400 gigabits per second. The world record, along with other optical networking innovations announced today, will further strengthen I mean, Nokia's ability to develop networks of 5G era that meet ever-growing data capacity and latency demands of industrial internet of things and consumer applications. So, you know, with all things that are going on in the news, this is actually a pretty huge deal. And kind of brings Nokia to the forefront of 5G. Now, there's been the 5G debate between, like Huawei and Verizon, and there was a big 5G war between, who was going to be the new person to do 5G. I think Qualcomm was in there. There's a lot of different companies that were like, competing to be the 5G distributor. But, nobody really looked at Nokia. I mean, let's be honest, nobody really looked at Nokia as being a real contender. But now, the fact that they have done this, it shows them as a real contender, and I think it can be a good rebirth for the company. And not that the company died off, but just the fact that people don't really look at the company, they just remember the company as the company that made those brick phones that were indestructible. Now they're showing you that they're the 5G company, which is basically the future of data transmission and the future of telecommunications, really. So that's why I picked them as my fourth pick. And I think they're going to continue. I think they're going to go up from where they're at. They've been falling off, but the whole market's been falling off, in my opinion. And for them to be at that price, considering what they're doing, and once that catches on, I think I can see their price going up even further in the future. So that's been the video. Make sure that subscribe button down below. I do these every week. Smash that like button. It definitely helps out a lot. Comment down below and tell me what penny stocks you guys are looking at. Tell me if you think these are going to be good picks, or if you think they're bad picks. Any type of comment really helps. Helps tailor the videos. And I'll see you guys next time. Peace.